seen that shit, bro. That would have seemed like.
Yeah, man. He was just sitting chicken.
At
What,
the
Roscoe's chicken?
confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at
Me too.
Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium.
I've been there before.
Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah. That shit happened in South Central LA.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Look at what I just put in the chat, bro.
Hey, that's exactly what I'm telling my fiance, bro. That's the same thing. They put half of the location though, Cox. They just put like 2 numbers, and they did their research on that shit.
Yeah.
They begin on the ground with Kamara.
They're gonna get me, like, I thought Atlanta was bad.
2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Hey man, I just
On 2nd and a couple. Winston forced out to his left.
I just put a vid in the chat, bro, of his body and shit, bro, inside the store and shit, bro.
The way they were flying to the football, so that tells me that they've got
Let me do that, babe.
That boy.
with extreme confidence.
Squeeze it.
I ain't did.
Shit.
It's just twisted. It's quick open. I'm gonna be hard.
Early task, 2 plays in. This is
Don't break it.
Shit, I'm gonna break it.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there.
I gotta go for that, bro. 4th and what? 4th and 3?
The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first
Yeah, man, he was only 30, bro. That shit crazy.
Go one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now Winston on 4th down. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against an interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason.
Appreciate you checking in, Kobe. Appreciate you checking in, man.
Pickett to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Bro, what? Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. They went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. The first carry down for Benny Snell. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Almost did.
But this pass is going to end up incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Here we go.
Almost got it again.
On 4th down. And it's incomplete.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
And they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down.
I mean, it's hard throwing long,
have
man.
the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know,
I played my man.
Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run it again with Kamara. They'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They go screen. This is
what the fuck, man?
He is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not 1 bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
Winston to throw for it on 4. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back.
Let's go. Let's get first
He's
down.
going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Oh, good, man.
Nah, I play the
Still
Eagles.
give. It's Kamara.
Oh, yeah, man. He busting my ass with the Eagles, bro. Been playing with him ever since.
Bro, he steady picking that bitch out. Nigga got the nigga fan.
Man, he busting my ass with the fucking Eagles, bro. He been running with him since, bro.
Working out of the gun. Winston. Eluding pressure right.
That's weak.
Incomplete.
That's weak on my end.
Different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And he'll be hit as he releases it.
Fuck, man.
Incomplete. That certainly looks
I'm
like
playing
nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions.
franchise game, bro.
Losing streak,
Man.
that can lead to a full sense of here we go again.
Yeah, against
So on the
Russ.
sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Just the 1 misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off the hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
He'll drop this down to Taylor, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. The Steelers at 7-1 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 26.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Pick it right back to the air again.
Thank you.
Let's
go, Tyron. T-Mac, man. Let's go.
It's the Honey Badger, Tyron Matthew. And the Saints will take over possession here.
I needed that pick.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
God dang, he got back there fast.
A lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has.
Wow, bro, the screen takes forever to develop on this fucking game, bro.
Win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January.
Oh, he dropped what?
To the Super Bowl that way.
Yo, this is gonna cost the ball. Ran 2 yards and then dropped it. I don't understand that shit, bro. Ran 2 yards and dropped it. They called it incomplete. Man, that's crazy, bro. Ain't no way.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone.
I want to flip that bitch out of there, boy.
10-yard line.
Man.
A few words from his head coach on that decision. We're scoreless after 1. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team trying to...
How, bro? How in the hell and I'm over there?
There he goes, left side.
Man, get the fuck out of here, man. I'm over there with this man, bro.
Chase Claypool, his 9th touchdown of the season.
Man, get the fuck out of here with that shit, bro. I'm over there with this man, bro.
Take the lead here in this second quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
No, listen. He went to the nigga on the post route. When I'm right there, they still let the nigga catch the ball. I don't understand. Man, that's what I'm saying. And I'm over there, bro. He still catch the shit. He threw 2. Man, bro.
From the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out.
I'm about to score this bitch ass nigga number. He got me fucked up.
As he's tackled at the 15.
I'm about to go score this bitch ass nigga number. He got me fucked up for real. He just see me over there and still throw the ball and he catch it. I don't understand that shit, bro. Yeah, but he done already threw. But listen, he done already threw 2 picks doing the same thing. He threw 2 picks doing the same shit already, and still went back to it.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled.
Oh, then man, look at this shit.
Going not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. He'll start with a give to Camara. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On 2nd and 11 now. Winston.
What, man?
As he throws there, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football.
What are you talking about?
11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know? Let's talk about Facebook.
What?
You want to try it today?
The Saints
What?
on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far.
Babe, I don't know what you're talking about.
Jameis to throw it. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And It's knocked away and incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Oh my God.
Fourth down, Winston. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a Kelly Witherspoon. They'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. He's got his tight end. It's able to work away the ball. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, for the franchise too.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Oh my God.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. This one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Fields it right around the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come down from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, Winston. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 43. Play fake. Winston. sliding out of the pocket. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jannard Avery able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston. There's Chris Olave. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33. Here's Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs. Right at the 30. Pickett now on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Looking long for Thomas. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Oh, shit.
Hold on, let me check my phone. First down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Who, you said Glock?
And he's going
to be Glock, bro.
They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. On 3rd down, Winston. And my goodness, another interception. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Yeah.
1st and 10. Here's Pickett. And yet again, it's McLaurin. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete.
Man,
nice job there keeping the toes inbounds. They had 2 straight 1st downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1.
Wow.
A first carry here for J.J. Taylor. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. J.J. Taylor, his first touchdown of the year. And the Steelers are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 28-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the 1st half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the 2nd half.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get 1st half scores just like this one.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. This time they stay on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half. Here's Blake Gillikin now. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. Final play of the 1st half. Here's Pickett. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So time for the 2nd half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the 1st half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their 1st series of the 2nd half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. To the air on first down with Pickett. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. On the move past the 40, past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
And 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Fields it right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Ingram again. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Winston now. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now Winston on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Pickett to throw on 1st down. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Pickett back to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Pickett. Again, it's Johnson. Touchdown. Deontay Johnson. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it is 42-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Here's Winston. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Winston to throw for it on fourth. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he is going to have the Saints first down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk, 17 yards there on fourth down. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They'll throw again. Winston. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And the Steelers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. And they're going to get this up to midfield. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. Going for it on fourth down. Here's Pickett. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves. But we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. They'll try to throw now. Winston. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Jameis to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Winston to the sideline here on 4th down, and Will Lutz gets set for a New Orleans field goal try. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Pickett will look to throw it here. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Running straight ahead, Taylor. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Pickett. And that is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. And here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Pickett, he's going to throw it again. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Pickett. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 25-yard line. Pickett now on 1st down. Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Well, when it comes to throwing the deep ball, no one has ever questioned the arm strength of Jameis Winston. And this is a beautiful throw right here.
Oh, it's real easy to celebrate the throw there, but this was all about the protection because he had all day to sit back, survey the situation, and then really step into that one. He wouldn't have been able to do it without the help of his offensive line, though.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Working out of the gun, Winston. And that's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6. Steeler touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive the coaches crazy because it's a lot of plays. Doing the right things, these guys will be feeling good. We got 2 chances. Now, these guys over the intakes and return for 6.
This one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Again, they'll run with Ingram. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. It's a give to the right. Ingram. And he stopped immediately there. Now Winston. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On 3rd down, Winston. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. On 2nd down, Ingram.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. 4th down, Winston. Got an open man, it's Olave. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. 1st and 10, here's Pickett. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Now, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
This is taken just shy of the 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
One last shot now for Winston. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly.
Yeah, my Brooklyn, 'cause he